So last week McLaren sort of launched their livery, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I've actually created a version of that for the 2023 Sashi. So yes, this is the start of my F124 mod. Now, I'm not going to lie, it is a bit basically the reverse of the McLaren Stealth livery that we saw before Christmas, and there's one or two issues which I'll talk about. Basically, this livery, I've actually come to realise, at first I didn't realise it, but the new McLaren livery, it's all carbon fibre. Excuse me, there's no black paint anywhere. Now, one thing that was a big issue was the 60 McLaren logos. Yes, they are a pain in the backside. Turns out, for some stupid reason, the colouring, it's part of the paint file and I can't do anything about it. Absolutely, they're just stuck there. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep that. I basically put the Cadence logo because that's sort of where it is, because I've been rearranging the logos as well. You notice the DP World logo's also got blue background now on the car, which I don't rate. So the more I see of their livery, the more I'm less liking it, personally speaking. But let me know what you think about the real life one. Apologies about what I can't literally do anything about that. I suppose I could take the Cadence logo away, but you know, at the end of the day, it's on a carbon fibre background, which is all you're always going to be noticing, unfortunately. Yeah, there's not really a lot I can do. And again, obviously, there's no point me doing the FOM Sashi for this, because EA are doing it for us. That's right. That'll be a separate video at some point, and we will actually drive that livery, because that is coming at some point, maybe next week, possibly. I don't know when. Maybe this week even. I don't know when EA plan to release that. But yeah, overall, apart from that bit, I mean, it's probably as realistic as possible. I was critical about them not having sort of orange stripes on the front wing as well, and obviously the chrome. So yeah, but come back to me when we've seen all the liveries, and we'll be doing a tier list as we usually do for all the liveries. So yes, it's time now for a race around Silverstone, driving as Lando Norris. Obviously last time they actually had a chrome livery McLaren raced in real life, but yes, I don't know if we're actually going to get some special liveries for McLaren. I'm sure we are, but probably not as much as we did last year, because it's not a anniversary year. Race strategy is a one-stop from soft to medium. We did have a look at medium to soft, but then of course the undercut issues were really overpowered, which is ridiculous on this game. You know, so yeah, we're going to lower the fuel limit. Load a car setup, of course, because you know, the game has put me P8, not any qualifying, and go to 5 lights then for the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. And after a bit of a hold, lights are out and away we go. Good start as well. Can we get Perez around the outside? No, we decided that as there's 3 wide almost, as we had to break off to avoid going in the back of Lance Stroll. We'll try and get Stroll now down the inside of Stroll. Give me some space, thank you, Lance. And we're up to P7. Throwing, can't be stuck behind Canadian. Now we need to get past Russell and Perez, who are having a bit of a squabble there. Neither of them having a particularly great 2023, although Perez, of course, did come back to finish P2 in the championship. What will both drivers need a better form if they want to be close to their teammates in 2024 as well. We'll now look at particularly Russell round at the Cops, but we can't get to that, and we'll have to wait for now. Meanwhile, up at the front, Piastri is lost the lead then from Hamilton, who was having a Piastri took the lead off the start, but Hamilton now has regained it after being handed pole position by the game as well. We're looking to catch up as well, now trying to get past Russell as well. We're trying to cut in and get the better line, which will come to the penultimate corner. And this is just the typical penultimate corner dive down the inside, right to P6. So we made a couple of positions up on the start. It's good progress. as well. And while we were doing that, Max Verstappen was doing almost the same move, but not quite, because he finished off in the final corner against Charles Leclerc. So Verstappen is up to third, and I'm pretty sure he's probably going to take the lead and run away with it at some point, like 2023. As that is Sainz having a go down the inside at Cops. Can he make this move work? Yes, he can. On George Russell, and Russell's down another position, and that's Stroll. He's lost his front wing as well, so that's him in the pits, and that Stroll race pretty much ruined as well. And while at exactly the same moment also, Daniel Ricciardo's Honda engine decided he didn't want to carry on anymore with him in last place, so he's out of the race with an engine failure. So we're down to 19 runners, although Stroll is running at the back without with a new front wing now as well. We're looking at trying to get Danny inside. Perez, final corner, same what we did to Russell, but a little bit of tyre banging that time, unlike what previous time. Here's a replay of this, you know, and then slightly like what you didn't want to leave the door open there, like he realised too late, oh, I've left the door open here as well. But Max Verstappen, he is on the rampage as he usually is, and he's now out past Oscar Piastri, going side by side through Magnussen and Beckett. It's a lovely little move by Verstappen. He's up to P2. We have caught up to Charles Leclerc. We're going to have a look down the inside. Yes, Leclerc. Not Leclerc still there though. We're going to have to try and finish this off, but Leclerc gets the better traction out the corner, excuse me. And we have to stay behind for now. Meanwhile, Carlos Sainz has got an engine issue of some description, and he's just going to be a sitting duck from now on as Alonso breezes past Sainz. Sainz is now heading backwards up at the front. Verstappen down the inside at Cops, where they collided in 2021, but Hamilton's still there. They're going to go side by side now towards Maggots and Beckett. Can they hold on? Oh no, Verstappen sweeps through and takes the lead, and it's only lap 5. That's where we're having a look at Charles Leclerc down the inside. We've got him at last. Had to lift off slightly. Didn't know if we're going to actually make that corner. You know, obviously you usually make it the penultimate corner, but yeah, we made that corner just about without going too wide. But yeah, that point we've lost DRS to Piastri, so the top 3 is sort of a little bit of a gap. We need to try and bridge that gap. Not being helped by Leclerc all over the place as well. We aren't going to get the DRS off Leclerc. DRS detection point is before Maggots and Beckett's, but the DRS after the corners. You know, the AI have always been a little bit OP for Maggots and Beckett, especially in past F1 games, but we are just going to breeze past again with DRS because it is OP. Tyre wear really starting to go up as well. We're only on lap 6. Time we get to lap 7, you know, the fronts are in the 40s, so it's unlike what happened on other cars, but I don't know if that's just the way the McLaren is that Leclerc's dropped down a bit actually as well. And this Perez can have a go at Leclerc as well. He both got DRS. Perez down the inside. Leclerc will try and hang it around the outside, but he can't make that move, and Perez is now up as well, up to P5. Meanwhile, Hamilton round the outside of Verstappen, but is Verstappen going to have this? No, Hamilton sweeps through and takes the lead, and he's coming into the pits. We're coming into the pits. Perez, I think, is also coming into the pits. Verstappen is going to try and overcut, which probably will result in Hamilton retaining the lead as he undercuts. Yeah, front's 51% on the left, so time where, I mean, we have made it almost half the race on a set of soft tyres. So yeah, it's always a bit iffy with 35%, a bit of unknown really at the tyre wear levels. But there we go, Leclerc, typical Ferrari strategy, putting the hards on. Yeah, we are trying to get can we get Piastri here? There's yes, we can as well. Perez is right up my rear diffuser, so Hamilton leads then from Verstappen, but that gap is just going to grow. Even though they're squabbling, we've got Perez right behind, and Perez is just able to breeze past. Piastri's also on hards. Don't know what McLaren were thinking there, but yeah, he pitted a lap later than me, but then goes on to hard. We're going to come back at Perez here with DRS on lap 11. Can we get the move done? Yes, we can. Oh, there was front wing end plate flying there. Who was that? Was it? I think it's Piastri. As well. So this is a replay of this happened. So go through on the inside, and then Perez just drifts across. Piastri on the racing line, and that's his front wing gone. Meanwhile, up at the front, Verstappen and Hamilton. It's like 2021, those two going side by side, but they haven't yet to make any contact, unlike what's happened recently when those two go side by side. Verstappen is back in front for now, although as you can see, lap 12, they are swapping places at every other DRS zone. Perez has a go at us, but we are able to defend this time. Leclerc is sort of in there as well, but you can see there Verstappen having another go at Hamilton, this time on the other DRS straight down to Brookfield, and Hamilton, to be fair, up the inside, but Verstappen has the better line. But Hamilton now going for a move from Magnussen and Beckett's what Verstappen did earlier as well. They're still going side by side, but surely Hamilton will have the better line, and he does. So those two are just going to keep on battling. You'd think you'd be able to catch up, but you know, Perez has been a constant thorn in my side. And not really able to try and get past. Can we have a look down the inside here? He's not looking there. No! Almost going into the back of Perez there. He's so slow for that corner. He blocks it off, and we retain P4 as we have a look down the inside. Can we make this move work? Yes, Perez gives us the room. We're up to P back on the podium as well, but it's costing us time as well as a replay of what happened. You know, we just sent it down the inside. You know, Perez eventually yielded the position, and he wasn't looking at Leclerc, and Leclerc goes through on Perez, so Leclerc is now the one behind as well, and Leclerc now is trying to go past with DRS. Perez is going to go past as well, down to P5 now. Look at that, but are they going to be too busy? Are we going to have a through-go Hamilton moment like we did last year? Down the inside, we're going to break Leclerc. We'll try to close the door, but we had to send it, and we're back up to P3. Here's a replay of what happened. You know, he had to get out of that there. He wanted to close the door there, but we were absolutely having none of that, and we retained P3. But now Leclerc's having another go at us. Once again, lap 15, we just got to hold on. The race win is sadly over, as it's going to be Verstappen or Hamilton who takes that lead. And we're going to look through cops. So this is Jesus Christ! I thought Leclerc was going to go at the inside. He actually did go at the inside. There's a, you know, that was a bit close. I think Leclerc. I didn't look like it. He actually got front wing damage from that somehow, and it's left him vulnerable. And we've just pulled away, and he slowed up Perez, but Perez is eventually through to the last lap. Then Hamilton is behind. He's in P2, but he's right behind. He's having a quick look through Maggots and Beckett's. DRS detection point has gone there, so he will have DRS down the back straight as well. Now DRS opens for Hamilton. He's going to pull to the left hand side. Is he though? Will Verstappen be able to defend against Lewis Hamilton? Will be a return to the top step for Hamilton in 2024. Hamilton swoops around the outside and takes the lead of the British Grand Prix and wins the British Grand Prix as he comes across the line. Verstappen has been defeated at last. We come across the line to secure a podium. Yeah, I think we possibly could have got the win, but the pace just sadly wasn't quite there against Hamilton and Verstappen today. And we come home, have to settle for P3. But, you know, considering the fact we started P8, I will definitely take that. Perez P4, Alonso P5. Perez had some insane pace, by the way, at the end. Alonso P5, Russell P6, Leclerc struggled to P7. Sainz with that engine issue only P11. Piastri P17, not a good day in the office for him. So yes, that is though where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. See plenty more F124 mod episodes as of when they come out. Obviously there will be other videos showcasing each of the teams. And of course leading into the 2024 season when that comes around in March. But until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.